Let's talk about lipotropic factors. If you've ever looked into liver detox, fat metabolism, or weight loss supplements, chances are you've come across this term. So let's unpack what lipotropic factors are, what they do, and why they matter if you're trying to support your liver or burn fat more efficiently. Okay, so lipotropic factors are basically nutrients that help your liver process fat better. The word lipotropic comes from lipo, which means fat, and tropic, which means movement or stimulation. What they do is that lipotropic factors help prevent fat from building up in the liver, and they also assist it in breaking down fat throughout your body. As you probably know, your liver plays a huge role in processing and metabolizing fat, and when it's overloaded or sluggish, that fat can start to pile up, especially around your midsection. That's where these compounds come into play. They support fat metabolism, bioflow, and also detoxification. The key ones are choline. This is probably the most important one. It's needed to make phosphatidylcholine, which is a major part of cell membranes and also plays a huge role in bile production. Without enough choline, your liver struggles to package and export fat, which can then lead to fatty liver. Next, we have inositol. Inositol works hand in hand with choline because it helps transport fat out of the liver and is also involved in insulin signaling, which affects how your body stores and burns fat. Some people even use inositol for blood sugar balance or mood balance, but its lipotropic benefits are mostly about liver fat metabolism. Third, we have methionine, which is an essential amino acid and a key methyl donor. It's involved in making cysteine, which then helps your body make glutathione, so one of your main antioxidants. Methionine also helps with fat metabolism by donating methyl groups that are needed for processing choline and clearing out toxins. Then we have betaine, also called TMG. Betaine is made from choline and also donates methyl groups. It helps convert homocysteine back into methionine, which supports cardiovascular health and liver function. So just like methionine, it's a very important part of your methylation cycle, which then helps your body detox and manage inflammation properly. Fifth is carnitine. This one's technically not a lipotropic factor by the old school definition, but it's also relevant. Carnitine shuttles fatty acids into your mitochondria, so that part of the cell that burns fat for energy. If you're low on carnitine, this process won't work as efficiently, so this is why it's also sometimes grouped together with the lipotropic factors. And lastly, we have vitamins B9, so folate, and B12. These also support methylation and help with energy metabolism, which means they support fat metabolism indirectly, so they help the other lipotropic factors do their job. Now, how do these nutrients actually work on a biochemical level? It starts with your liver. Every day your liver filters your blood, processes toxins, makes bile, and manages cholesterol and fat. It's pretty much a metabolic powerhouse, but when it gets overloaded with fat, this can lead to a condition called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. This is more common than many people realize. Now, this additional fat will obviously have to come from overeating, so your calorie balance also plays a big role here and needs to be looked at. But lipotropic factors can definitely help, which is why you want to make sure to get enough of them if you have these problems. Some people also use them as injections as part of their weight loss program, but you don't necessarily need these shots to benefit from them, and that's also not what this video is about. Instead, let's talk about getting these nutrients from food or supplements. Food should obviously always be your first option, and most lipotropic nutrients are found in common foods. For example, choline is highest in egg yolks, liver, beef, and salmon. Methionine is found in meat, poultry, fish, and dairy. Inositol is in citrus fruits, beans, and whole grains. Betaine is found in beets, spinach, and also whole grains. And carnitine is rich in red meat, especially lamb and beef. So if you're eating a balanced diet, you already have a good foundation and only need to use supplements for targeted nutrient support. Now, if you're vegetarian or vegan, you definitely need to pay attention here because many plant-based diets are low, especially in choline and methionine, which are crucial for fat processing in the liver. They're not completely deficient in them, but plant foods can be low in them. So here you need to really know what you're doing and definitely consider supplementation. Choline can come from a wide variety of supplements, but for this case, my favorite one is lecithin. Most lecithin supplements range from around 1,200 to 2,400 milligrams per day, sometimes split into 2 doses with meals. This provides around 250 to 500 milligrams of the phosphatidylcholine type that we talked about before. Some people even go over that starting dose, including me, but starting low is always a smart idea. For methionine, a normal dose would be anything from 500 to 1000 milligrams per day, and the other lipotropic factors can be taken in these doses. So betaine around 500 to 1000 milligrams, inositol around 500 to 2000 milligrams, depending on your goals, and carnitine also around 500 to 1000 milligrams per day. Since all of these nutrients also affect methylation, it would make sense to know your methylation status. Most undermethylators will benefit from them, but if you take too much or are already an overmethylator, then too much too quickly can make you feel overstimulated or anxious. I don't want to overcomplicate this video, and for most people this probably won't be an issue, but I just wanted to mention it if you're getting these side effects. Also, keep in mind that these nutrients aren't magic, so even though they support your liver and fat metabolism, they won't undo a poor diet or fix metabolic issues overnight. Think of them as helpers, but not shortcuts. If you're eating tons of sugar and not moving your body, then lipotropic factors aren't going to make a big difference. That being said, if you already have a good diet and just want to tweak things a little, they can definitely support you. A sluggish liver and poor bile flow are definitely very common today, even in people who don't have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Same if you're into detox and want to support it naturally. Here again, liver function and bile flow will always be key. Also, if you're looking for even more info on liver support, exact supplement dosages, and dedicated protocols for eliminating things like microplastics, heavy metals, excess estrogen, or forever chemicals, make sure to check the description where I link my detox masterclass. It shows you how to help your liver get rid of all these toxins that we are exposed to every day, and also covers diet, supplements, and elimination pathways in much more detail. For more info, just open the description. It will be listed under my programs.